everyone, and welcome to the 2020-2021 Newman University Alumni Awards. Here in the void of the internet, my name is JT Klaus, and I'm the managing partner of Triplet Wolf Garrettson here in Wichita. I'm the city attorney of Andover, Mulvane, and Heston, and I'm the general counsel to the Kansas Power Pool. But tonight, I'm the chair of the Board of Trustees of Newman University, and most importantly, a 1987 graduate of Kansas Newman College. Tonight, we're going to celebrate some truly remarkable individuals who we are blessed to call alums of Newman University. And we're looking forward to sharing their stories with you. But before we start the awards, I would like to take a moment to introduce our president, Dr. Kathleen Jagger, president of Newman University.
Thank you, JT. And let me add my welcome to all those watching our Alumni Awards. And just say, I cannot wait until we can all be together again in person. The 4 awards we are presenting tonight are unique, but at the core of them all is service. Our namesake, St. John Henry Newman, once wrote, God has created me to do him some definite service. He's committed some work to me which he has not committed to another. I have my mission. All of the award winners tonight have their mission, and the way they pursue it with zeal and humility is a true testament to their desire to serve and make a difference in the world. Thank you for all that you do, and congratulations on these awards.
Thank you, Dr. Jagger. I was disappointed that your cousin Mick couldn't be here tonight. I too look forward to seeing everyone in person again soon. Our first award this evening is the Spirit of Acuto Transformational Leadership Award. Named for the city in Italy where the Adorers of the Blood of Christ first began, started by Saint Maria de Matthias. This award seeks to honor alumni who turned a vision into reality. This year's recipient, Nina Shaw Woody, is the perfect example of the spirit of Acuto. As her nominator wrote in describing Nina, she is quick to share her love and encouragement to those around her. Nina's desire to share love has led her to her role as the executive director of the Kansas Family Advisory Network. There, she works tirelessly to reunite families. Nina is an educator, an advocate, and now she's a Spirit of Acuto Transformational Leadership Award winner.
Nina Shaw Woody is passionate about 2 things, the Lord and family. On top of caring for her 8 children and their growing families, she has dedicated her career to helping reunify children with their parents in Wichita.
I am the Executive Director and Therapist of Kansas Family Advisory Network, also lovingly known as KFAN. We have 4 offices statewide. Wichita is our corporate office. We serve families across the state, those who are at risk of entering the child welfare system and those who are involved in the child welfare system. And we want to restore families. We want to give families hope. We want to help them get past this chapter in their lives. And so that is what I do with Kansas Family Advisory Network.
Blessed to have had a wonderful childhood with her family, Nina feels called to aid those who are not so fortunate. Through KFAN, she offers support, education, advocacy, and trainings in order to promote the restoration of families.
I've worked in child welfare for a lot of years, and nobody worked with the family. And if the goal is reunification, and the goal is for these kids to get back home, who's helping them? Because we're doing an injustice if kids go back home, but we didn't change nothing with the parents. So then you wonder why some of the kids come back into the system. It's because we didn't work with the family as a unit. Everybody focuses on the children, but trust from somebody who adopted 6 girls, all my girls have contact with their birth parents.
KFAN was founded in 2007, and Nina refers to herself as the adopted parent of KFAN. Joining the efforts wholeheartedly in 2015, 8 years after its birth.
And when we first started working with families in 2015, all we heard from families that, man, I finally got hope. You've given me hope. And you know, even now it makes me want to cry, because I'm like, you're dealing with a system that is greater than you, and you're just this little itty bitty thing, and you're finally getting hope. That's sad to me, that they felt that there was no place out there. And so that's what we strive to do. And we know that God wants to restore the family.
Nina not only feels called to work with families through KFAN, but felt called to further her education to be able to do this work. She graduated from Newman with her Master of Social Work degree in 2013.
I love Newman. It has such a welcoming environment. The campus had a peace about it, and that is very important to me. And so the classes were small enough where I felt like they knew me, who I was as a person.
She was thankful for the close relationships with her professors. While she attended classes, life at home was anything but quiet, and their understanding was a necessity.
At the time going to Newman, I was married. I'm a parent of 8. I still had 3 daughters living with me, with 3 grandchildren living with me as well. And so it was a very hectic time, very crazy time, and the staff at Newman and the professors walked with me through that.
While at Newman, she found lifelong friends, one of which is now on her board of directors. However, her favorite memory from her time at Newman is with former assistant professor of social work, Gloria Heggie.
I am a vet. I spent 4 years in the military. I am from Bronx, New York, so I was raised in the city. And Dr. Gloria Heggie had me stay after class one day, and she chewed me out. And I had such respect for her because of who I am. Most people don't chew me out, but she was not afraid to get on Nina. And that really was my most favorite memory, because she was worried about me, because I was working full time, going to class full time, doing practicum 20 hours a week. And she was like, you can't keep this up. You're going to have to give up something. And she literally laid into me. But all I could do was smile, because I saw how much she cared about me as a student, a grown student. She cared.
Now, Nina is returning the favor of caring very personally about the people she serves. Her nominator said, Nina is somewhat of a local nonprofit celebrity, not because she is seeking acknowledgement or honor, but because she loves people. If you know Nina Shaw Woody, you are a blessed individual. Congratulations to Nina Shaw Woody, 2021 recipient of the Spirit of Akuto Award.
I want to take this moment to thank the Newman alumni for nominating and awarding me this great opportunity. KFAN is about families. We want to serve the Lord and helping the least of these, and we are able to do it across Kansas. KFAN is all about serving families, but I could not do this great work without the help and support of my family, my husband Conway Woody, my 8 children, and my 15 grandchildren. But I also have to give a shout out to my staff who have worked alongside the trenches with me day in and day out, helping these families, because like me, they want to serve the Lord. They want to give back to their community. So thank you to Topeka, Coffeyville, and Dodge City and Wichita staff for working along with me as we do the will of the Lord. And I want to thank all those who believe in KFAN and support our work. So thank you, Newman alumni. I appreciate the honor.
Congratulations, Nina. You're helping families in need, and advocacy for those who don't have an advocate is an example to which all of us can aspire. Our second award this evening is the Sister Beata Nettemeyer Service Award, named for Sister Beata Nettemeyer, who served as provincial of the Adorers of the Blood of Christ in Wichita from 1929 to 1938, notably during the time in which Newman University was founded. Some of us will recall Sister Beata's haunting photo in the original Beata Hall. Her eyes, they seemed to be watching you no matter where you stood in the building. This award recognizes alumni who follow Sister Beata's example, alumni who live their lives in a spirit of service to others. And this year, we happily bestow the award on Bob and Nancy Diepenbrock. As their nominator wrote, their vision of service is displayed in everything they do. So let's take a minute to learn a little more about Bob and Nancy's vision.
The Beata Nettemeyer Service Award honors alumni who continue their spirit of service as they minister with others, bringing about the mission of Christ. Bob Diepenbrock graduated from Newman University in 1982 and has seen much success in his career in the world of education. But the biggest impact Newman left on his life was his developed faith.
I was on an alternate list to go to med school, and I had been accepted also to pharmacy school at Creighton. But for whatever reason, I decided to go and enter graduate school and thought, education is something I have interest in, and it's a helping profession, and I've always gotten along well with kids, so it was the decision I made to go into education, and I really fell in love with that.
Nancy was already in education when her Newman experience began. Recertification was the reason she found Newman, but the helpful and personal nature of staff and faculty at the university is what she remembers most.
Watched the teachers model, and I hadn't really paid much attention to that before. I was young. I was probably 8 years into my teaching career. But I liked the way they modeled things. I liked the way that they treated us not like subordinates, but as real people with real ideas. And I just felt like I grew a lot from the classes that I took here because of the teachers and the conduct of the students and the example that they set.
The Diepenbrocks are a living example of ministering to the community and living a life that exemplifies the mission and values of Newman University. For Bob, it's his dedication to educating and forming the minds of young generations. And for Nancy, it's her work with the homeless.
I saw a man feeding the homeless. It was on Cake TV and his little program, and I read about it online, and I called him and I said, "You don't know me from Eve, but I want to be part of your ministry." And that's where it all started. And that was in the end of 2016. So this is my 4th year of working with this particular group, and I've grown to love these people. It's just, I can't imagine what else God has in store for me, but I'm trying to keep all that open.
Among Nancy's work with the homeless is her time spent serving meals and crocheting sleeping mats made from plastic bags. She has spent a great deal of time teaching other women how to make the mats, and together they have donated a large number of them to local shelters and organizations.
In the past year, they have come up with the most beautiful mats, and they're so proud. And what makes me really proud of them is that they'll talk about how they've changed and they help. And I think for a lot of them, it's the first time they've ever helped someone else. And they talk about how proud they are that they could help somebody sleep better or stay drier. And I'm just so proud of those girls.
The pair loves supporting each other in their passions. Bob helps serve food to the homeless, and together, Nancy and Bob have welcomed international exchange students into their home throughout the years, something they said brings them joy. After many years in education roles such as educator, principal, and superintendent, Bob has spent the past year transitioning into his new role as director of the South Central Kansas Special Education Cooperative.
I know that I'm having an impact on all the kids, and it drives me to make sure that who we have, helping them, try to get the best people we can. And that's been a challenge because it's just a shortage of teachers right now, but then trying to provide the support so those teachers get better so they can help the kids get better. I mean, that drives me definitely.
Their faith continues to play a large role in their personal and professional lives. The Diepenbrocks are both associates for the Adorers of the Blood of Christ, also known as the ASC. And Bob spends several days each month practicing and performing with the ASC choir.
There's 3 or 4 of us men that are participating in the choir. It's a small choir, not very many sisters that sing, and there's, so right now we have about an equal number of men, and one of the current students actually comes over sometimes and sings with us as well.
Nancy feels a strong connection with the ASC sisters as well, and loves spending quality time with them.
I think I've come to view the sisters as my tonic, and I just have to have that. it gives me the drive, the impetus to keep doing my work with the homeless, to keep working with kids who come in and out of our lives, to learn more about faith. It deepens my spiritual outlook. It deepens my relationship with God.
Bob and Nancy love living out their passion through example. They hope to encourage others to do the same.
You know, I think follow your passions. I just don't find that it's difficult, and yet it's not difficult. You understand, it just comes naturally when you really love kids. You love working with the homeless. You love seeing those kids grow or whatever and do better. I think so if anybody's worried about being able to do something, find something they enjoy and just do it because you'll love it. It's not that hard.
Congratulations to Bob and Nancy Diepenbrock, 2021 recipients of the Beata Nettemeyer Service Award.
Hello. Nancy and I are very honored to accept this award, and there are so many people we would like to thank. I had the privilege of attending Newman University and receiving my bachelor's degree from here. The people, the instructor I had in class, the sisters, the ASC sisters, and all the university personnel were so influential in my life. My career as a teacher, as a principal, as a superintendent, and now as a special education director, were all shaped by this university and the ASC sisters. And I'm forever in their debt. Thank you.
Bob and I are not only honored, but we're humbled as well. There's a saying that it takes a village to raise a child, and I think in so many instances it takes a village to raise an adult. The Newman community welcomed us with open arms. The students we've taught, the teachers who've taught us, and the ASC sisters have all led by example. Bob and I hope to continue our work and share in the vision and the future that is Newman University.
As Nancy stated, Newman University has been very influential in opening our eyes and our hearts to the many people we've had the good fortune of encountering throughout our lifetimes. From the bottom of the hearts, we are proud to accept the Beata Award, and prouder still to be a part of the group of individuals who have shared with us, prayed with us, and opened our hearts to so many. We will continue our work to try and make a difference in the world, to try and change lives in our little corner. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to you both. Bob, Nancy, I'm sure Sister Beata is still watching over you as you continue your commitment to serve others. Our third award of the evening is the Saint Maria de Matias Award, named for the foundress of the Adorers of the Blood of Christ. This award recognizes specific alums who display a deep loyalty to Newman University through their stewardship to Newman and in Catholic life. Tonight's recipient, Danny Krug, came to America from Venezuela. After learning to speak English, Danny began her education at Newman University. It was there that she absorbed all that our university has to offer and grew further in her faith. Since graduating, Danny's career has taken her many places, but for the last 6 years, she served as the Director of Hispanic Ministries for the Diocese of Wichita, where she lives a life of service, grounded in her faith and facilitated by the lessons she learned at Newman University. Congratulations, Danny, our Saint Maria de Matias Award winner.
Danny Krug graduated from Newman University with a business administration degree focusing on management. She works for the Diocese of Wichita as Director of Hispanic Ministry. Danny came to America from Venezuela at the request of her priest to learn the English language.
I had no idea what God had in plan for me. It was upside down. I went to WSU for the intensive English program, which was intensive for 8 weeks. I had to, get whatever I could, and it was great because I did really learn how to communicate. And it happens that the sisters were so kind to give me a scholarship at Newman.
By the end of that class at Wichita State University, Danny had raised her TOEFL scores, allowing her to begin her studies at Newman University. Danny is combining her Newman University degree and her love and knowledge for the Hispanic culture in her everyday work at the Wichita Catholic Diocese as Director of Hispanic Ministry. Her work is making a difference in the lives of the Hispanic community in Wichita.
This job is not like a specific program. I do work with the parishes in the sense of helping with whatever they need. And I can't pinpoint what it is. Could be youth, could be a class, could be a retreat, could be a faith formation. I mean, whatever, there is always going to be something that we could do. There's just so much to do and not enough time to do them. And it's just, as long as it is somebody that is just ready to go, we'll do it. Immigration here with Catholic Charities. We have classes for ESOL, English as a second language, and we also have citizenship classes. We have done that for almost after I got here because people need that.
Danny even returned to her alma mater at Professor Surendra Singh's invitation and spoke to high school students who are participating in the Hispanic Scholars Program and the Native American Scholars Program at Newman. Students met once per week for 15 weeks on the Newman campus.
He does such a great job, and he'll bring him in there for a certain amount of weeks, and I will just come in and talk about, continuing their education and focusing on what they wanted to do with their degrees and so many things. It was just encouragement.
Danny said one of her most honored tasks is serving as an extraordinary minister of the Holy Communion.
Having the opportunity to bring communion to people, it's amazing. It's just like every time I do it, I just go crazy there. So it's helping to serve Holy Communion, to the people in helping him. But I am also the homebound, so I take it to people that are sick too. So, so it's a blessing.
She said her faith is something that is important to her and plays a big role in her life, and has become more important to her as the years progress.
I was brought up in a Catholic family, very Catholic, very involved, very mixed in everything. My parents were always in mission doing things. Me and my brothers and sisters were always in youth ministry, doing things, serving. But I think that personal relationship didn't come until later in life. Yeah, God was there, but there were other things that were moving me towards other things, And I think the biggest change that happened to me was when I got this job. Then I knew it. Oh my God, what I haven't done yet.
She credits Newman staff and faculty and the sisters and priests who also helped her along the way for forging the path that has led her to where she is today.
We always think that we could do things on our own, and it's so wrong. It's so wrong. Oh, I could do this. I do this on my own. And inside of us, we get this big old ego that, I did it on my own. No. If it wasn't for the teachers, if it wasn't for the staff there, the people that work in administration, it was such a big help, and very friendly.
She said there wasn't a week that went by without someone offering her help, whether it was to study, to join them for a meal, or even to loan them a car.
All these people that help you throughout your life, and you think that you've done all this stuff by yourself. No, shush, caramba, no. You gotta go and see how God is putting all these people in front of you. And then you realize, oh my gosh, look what I am. And if it wasn't for all these people that went through your life and help you, and you gotta be thankful for them, you wouldn't have made it. You wouldn't have made it.
Congratulations to Danny Krug, 2021 recipient of the St. Maria de Matias Award.
Hi, I'm Danny Krug. I'm the director of the Office of Hispanic Ministry. I just want to say thank you so much for this honor, and I want to thank those that nominated me. I will always, forever be grateful to Newman University for giving me the chance to get a college education, and especially the staff and the teachers for being so patient, so welcoming, so understanding to someone like me. And this made a big difference, especially being so far from home. I felt home. I thank you for everything you do, and I ask God to continue to bless you for all the work you do. Thank you again, and God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Danny. I couldn't be happier to welcome you as the newest member of the St. Maria de Matias Award Club. Our final award for the evening, ladies and gentlemen, is the Leon A. McNeil Distinguished Alumni Award. This award is given to an alum who exemplifies the mission of Newman University while achieving a high degree of success and integrity in their professional life. The award this year goes to Michael Westcott. Mike, a 1982 graduate of Kansas Newman College, just a year before my arrival, has unwavering dedication to our alma mater. You can often see Mike at Newman University events, reconnecting or connecting with other alums, or representing the Diocese of Wichita as its Director of Development. Throughout his career with the diocese, Mike has worked tirelessly to secure funding for Catholic initiatives, to help the poor, to feed the hungry, create better Catholic schools, and provide necessary social services. Let's take a minute to learn more about what Mike has done to help transform society.
Mike Westcott has spent the past 20 years of his career fundraising for the Diocese of Wichita, most specifically creating affordable education opportunities for students in need. He graduated from Newman University in 1982 and finds that his Newman education benefits him in more ways than one.
Given my experience at Newman and with my 4 years there, what I had no idea is what I would be doing for the rest of my life. And 20 years ago, my career path changed significantly, and I came to work for the Diocese of Wichita. And the relationships that I forged during those 4 years at Newman have really played such a huge part of my life here working for the diocese. I was at Newman from 1978 to 1982. It was a very small school then. There were like maybe 600 people, maybe 650 students. But I loved the Catholic presence, the presence of the sisters especially. Back in those days, I had quite a few instructors who were sisters, and I loved learning from them. So when you're in fundraising, relationships are important to you, and those relationships with those sisters continue to be very important to me.
Mike's first position within the diocese was at Capon Mount Carmel as the Director of Development, a job he had very little experience in. However, he transitioned into the Director of Development role for the diocese 3 short years later in 2004.
There was really just a tremendous growth in need to help fund our Catholic schools. So we got a great model in the Diocese of Wichita called stewardship. And stewardship is the grateful response of a Christian disciple who recognizes and receives their gifts and shares them in love of God and neighbor. And one of the ways that is operationalized in our parishes is to provide a free Catholic education for our kids.
Mike helped lead the creation of the St. Catherine Drexel Catholic School Fund, which supports low-income schools in the diocese.
And that first year, we solicited gifts, and we had a few endowment dollars, and we gave out $75,000, something like that. This past year, that program and some of the corollary programs that came along with that program distributed about $2.4 million.
3 years ago, Mike created the Support for Catholic Schools, which allows donors to contribute to low-income student cost of education and receive a 70% tax deduction.
So that has been a great joy in my life, to be able to help our Catholic schools. My wife and I have 6 kids, and they all went through Catholic schools. I think collectively we have 28 years of Catholic school education under our belt. They're all now gone. So this is just, professionally, what an honor to give back to support our schools.
Mike also helped fundraise for the St. Joseph House of Formation in Wichita, which is directly tied to Newman University. The seminarians in the program attend Newman University for their education.
To get to work where I am passionate about what I do. So I couldn't fundraise for many other organizations, and I wouldn't name them because they're all good organizations. I just couldn't do it. I love working here, and as long as Bishop Kimmy will keep me, I hope to stay here until it's time to call it quits. I'm very humbled, I'm very honored. I'm very proud of my Newman roots. I'm very pleased that I can continue to give back in some small way.
Congratulations to Mike Westcott, 2021 recipient of the Leon A. McNeil Alumni Achievement Award.
Thank you for this honor. I can honestly think of so many other alums who are more deserving than I am for this. I'm so proud that I was able to attend, at the time, Kansas Newman College. I almost didn't make it there, but the summer after my high school graduation, some grant money came through, and so I was able to attend Newman. Honestly, it changed my life. From my way of thinking about the world, to my fond memories of the adorers of the blood of Christ who taught me, even to my work today here at the Diocese of Wichita. This past week, I've had a special opportunity to recall my fond memories from my time at Newman. The passing of Sister Charlotte Rohrbach, an important and significant professor for me as I was a history major, brought my attention to how this dedicated woman influenced me and my love of Newman. Right next to me is a picture of St. Maria de Matthias that Sister Charlotte gave me after Maria's canonization in 2003. I have it here in my office around me to show me the influence of just one woman and what she made in this world. So thank you, Sister Charlotte, all the adorers, the faculty and staff at Newman, and all my fellow alums for continuing the legacy of St. John Cardinal Henry Newman, alive and well in Wichita, to inspire new generations to give back as strong stewards.
Thank you, Mike. And thank you to all of our virtual award winners tonight for their outstanding contributions and transformation of our world. Most of tonight's awards were authored and established in 1984 by a pillar of the Newman community, Sister Charlotte Rohrbach. I know that she's looking down on us tonight, smiling and wanting you to know how much you are appreciated by Newman University. It is our university's greatest hope to help students to develop into people who care for others, who work towards goals which enhance society as a whole, and who believe in themselves, and above all, love and trust in the providence of God. The alumni recognized tonight are more than illustrations of that hope fulfilled. Congratulations again to all of our award winners. Thank you for joining us in our virtual celebration here in the void of the internet. I hope to see you all soon, but live and in person at the Party on the Plaza this September 18th. Good night, and God bless you, everyone.